Yes?
Sure.
You shall fall. Let's make this quick. You shall fall.
That'll show you. Yeah. This is what I do. Here it is!
Yes?
What?
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate? The council. If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Sandals are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt. Very well. We wish no trouble with the Jedi Council. Nureg left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nureg will meet with you there.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you wish to speak to me. I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated like common criminals. Your council has no authority here, and I respectfully ask you to leave this property at once.
This guy isn't telling us something. He might even be lying. I don't trust him.
I trust you will show yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
You are here from the council, are you not? Looking for Shen Matale? My name is Rahasia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cassis disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally. My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly. You must understand that Father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute. My father has kidnapped Shen Matale. He is holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No. Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I am afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance. Shen is an innocent victim in all this. My father is not a bad man, but his grief has driven him to madness. He must be stopped. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope. Alan Matale and my father have had problems ever since they settled on this world. To hear my father tell it, Alan is a brute and a bully, but a rich one. He feels his credits give him the right to step all over normal people. My father stands up to Alan because no one else will. But now he thinks Alan has taken my brother Cassis and has imprisoned Shen as revenge. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
What can I do?
Yes?
Nurik has nothing more to say to you. He left strict instructions he was not to be disturbed under any circumstances. I am not programmed for battle, but I will not open the gates except for those on official family business. Even if you destroy me, you will not be able to get in. And tomorrow another droid will be programmed to take over my duties.
What?
Yes?
Sure.
What can I
What?
Huh?
Sure.
What?
Sure.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father? Rescue me? No, I won't leave. It's too dangerous. It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that. If you do that, I'll scream my head off and alert all the guards in the house. The only chance you have is to talk Rahasia into leaving. If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandal doing such a thing for the sake of a Matala? But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped. My father thinks the Sandals are thieves and liars who follow them here to Dantooine just to steal what he has earned for himself. My father is an egotist and can be violent at times, but I think he still cares for me. Rahasia's father seems to be falling into the same pattern as mine. They're both too unreasonable to be talked to about the other. I think the only hope Rahasia and I will ever have is if we can escape both of them. Please, find Rahasia and speak to her. Get her to flee this place with me.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet? Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it, but I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
You're back. Have you spoken to Rahasia? I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahasia waiting.
Shen, you're safe.
Rahasia! Oh, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
What? You're just doing this for the reward?
How could you? I thought you...
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father.
Mr. Sandro!
Nurik.
Alan!
I knew this was all your doing. I knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Casus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
No, Father, don't do this!
We don't always need to be fighting like this.
It's gone too far for that, Rahasia. Alan has crossed the line one too many times.
Ha! For what you've done to me and my family, I will see you dead and rotting in the ground.
I have my own life, Father, and I want to spend it with Rahasia.
You're too immature to do anything on your own.
I can do whatever I want. You can't control me. What? No! Rahasia, how could you? How could you leave me to believe?
No, Shen,
Come away from that Sandral harlot, Shen. Come back with me.
No,
Look at her. See what kind of person she really is.
I see. I wonder how I could ever have thought so differently about you, Rahasia. How could I have been so blind?
Shen, no.
I was foolish. My father was right. We are not destined for one another. It would never have worked. There would have been too many problems. Sometimes it's just better to let things die.
Shen, wait! I love you!
I'm sorry, Rahasia. It just won't work. In fact, I don't think I like you very much at all. You remind me too much of your father. Yes, and I thank you for showing me what I had to do. I'm ready to leave now, Father.
Let's go home, then. Here is your reward, Jedi, for your assistance. This isn't over, Sandrals. I will take this affront directly before the Jedi Council and see you exiled from this world.
Shen, no!
Come inside, Rahasia. Let's get the stink of that Matale dog off you.
Yes?
What?
So this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi. I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
What can I do?
Yes?
What can I do?
Who are you? It's if you can, I would. They're.
Yes?
Sure.
What are you doing here? But I know...
What can I do?
Sure.
The force there!
What?
Yes?
Yes?
You're back.
Shen,
Right?
it was...
What?
How could you? I thought you...
There you are.
Miss...
Right?
Mr.
You. I don't.
No.
We don't...
It's...
I'm glad somebody finally said what we've all been thinking.
Are you mad? They will slaughter each other.
No, don't!
This has all gone horribly wrong somewhere. Alan, what can we be thinking? How could we have let this go this far? We are at each other's throats now, fighting over our children's lives when they are old enough to live their own.
He is my son. How can he disrespect my wishes like this?
What?
No! I never did anything to your son.
I knew you were lying, you dog. And to think I thought it might not have been you. So I'll take your son from you.
Father, no! Don't do it!
Die!
Shen! Die!
No! Raisha! I'll kill you!
The Master has been injured. Terminate all opposition. Destroy the invaders.
What can I do?
Yes?
Find Shen and rescue him before my father. There are many. Please find Shen.
What can I do?
Who are you? It's... Who... I would... They're please...
What?
What are you doing? Shen can be so stubborn, but I know.
You're back.
Shen, you're safe.
Right?
It was all...
What?
How could you? I thought you...
There.
Fuck, Miss...
Miss... I don't... We never asked for your help, Jedi. Do not press in matters that do not concern you.
This is an internal affair for my family and is none of your concern.
You should not interfere with our private business, Jedi. This will be resolved very shortly. This is a private affair, Jedi. You would do well not to interfere. We are allowed to decide the fate of our children.
No, I won't. I can choose my own path.
Shen, how dare you?
I am tired of you controlling my life. I love Rahesia and I want to be with her forever.
And I want to stay with Shen forever, Father.
Do not trust that Sandral girl, Shen. She is treacherous like her father and will only betray you.
No, Shen, don't believe him.
But...
Get away from my daughter, Matali!
I see. I wonder how I could ever have thought so differently about you, Rahesia. How could I have been so blind?
Shen, no.
I was foolish.
Shen, wait!
I'm sorry, Rahesia. Yes, and I thank you for showing me what I had to do.
Let's go. Here is your reward, Jedi. This isn't over, Sandrals.
Shen, no!
Come inside, Rahasia. Let's get the stink of that Matale dog off you.
What are you doing here?
You're back.
Shen,
Right?
it was...
What?
How could you? I thought you...
There.
Miss... No, Father, don't do this!
We did...
It's...
I have my own life, Father, and
You're too...
I can do what... What?
No,
Come on.
No.
Look at her.
Shen...
I was...
Shen...
I'm so... Yes, and I'm ready.
Let's hear this.
Shen, no!
Come inside, Rahasia. Let's get the stink...
What?
Yes?
Ah, so this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi. I will add... Ah, so...
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own.
I'm here.
Yeah?
Ah, so
Now,
I would... Ah,
now,
I will... Ah, I will...
With me!
Yes?
What?
Yes?
Sure. Sure.
Master Matali is grateful for the return of Shen. He has sealed the estate and cannot see you, however. Please, move along.
So this is how nobles show their gratitude. No wonder all my friends are soldiers.
I'm here.
Sure.
What?
What?
Sharti ting watawa mulira. Yuma lipa ak.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, the droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand. I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath? It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins. The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything. Our vision was clear. We saw Revan and Malak speaking of the Starforge. I'm certain it is somehow connected to the Sith's sudden rise to power. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else. Ten revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake. These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information. The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
Buenas tardes.
Revan and Malik unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malik is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us. I'm here.
What?
Yes?
Sure.
I'm here.
This. Yes.
This is what I do.
What can I do?
Yes?
If the droid is correct, then we must complete the tasks in the proving grounds to the east and west before these doors will open. I'm here.
Yeah? Here it is! Yeah?
I'm here.
Sure.
I'm here.
What?
Fabulous, wonderful things. He's gone.
found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began. This is a map, some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malik must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found. I don't know, but Revan and Malik were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Dantooine, and here's Manat. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be. I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malik visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun. I'm here.
Yes?
Here it is! That'll show you.
So be it! My droid is still missing. I can feel him like a hole in my aching heart. We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I searched everywhere and could not Maybe it was the Mandalorians. Or maybe Cathhounds. But no, Cathhounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. No, it must have been some... Well, yes, it could have. He was supposed to please... My droid is... Please, if you come across my droid...
Chua Penki. Chua Penki. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha. Agi Utong Hitwama Aki Inkotune. Baba Hasak.
Yes?
Sure.
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet? Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you. Again, I thank you. I will be sure to tell the council of your great deed.
Ubabatu Kochi. Kuyami just kuna jitanai. In Ubabatu Kochi. Yatuka Ulwan Kinkuna Bamurira. Rachikun. La Boda ni Wilkis Matoma. Wanakun Bes Ubabatu Kochi. Tom. La Boda ni Wilkis Matoma.
How can I help? No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question. Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship. I was referring to the bond we share. The one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this. Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves? Most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Now, are you going to answer my questions, or would you rather just keep annoying me? Don't worry, these are simple questions, nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have? I see you intend to be childish about this. I guess I won't get anywhere continuing our discussion right now, will I? I suppose I'll just have to speak to you again later. Hopefully you'll behave a little less like a little boy and a little more like a man. How can I help? I do? How did you know? You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. Whatever I think about you. That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you. No, self-control is a maxim for all Jedi. It's what gives us the strength to resist the dark side. All who have fallen from our order have shown a flagrant disregard for such control. Already you exhibit the kind of willfulness, erratic behavior, and lack of compassion that will lead you to corruption. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force. That's good to hear. Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There's great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well. I believe you truly mean what you say, for now, but sometimes it is not so easy to keep such promises. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light. I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission. How can I help? Then I suggest...
Yeah, what do you want? You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now. If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake. The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on the side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that. Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you want? I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan. For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
The Council has decreed you may come and go as you please. I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along.
Ah, you have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
Lies. Bastilla has already told us about this Star Forge and the map you found.
Peace, Master Rook. I'm certain the Padawan only meant they had not found anything beyond what Bastilla would surely have told us. This news of a Star Forge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastilla, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Dantooine, Manaan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge. The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure. Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith, But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. Keep the example of Juhani fresh in your mind. You may need a reminder of the dangers of the path that leads to the dark side. Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
It is well that you are still alive, Padawan, in that you have not yet managed to fail us completely. Why is it that you are now bothering me instead of seeking out the star map? The Jedi Balaya would seem to have disappeared. She had a lesson scheduled with Master Jar, but did not show up. I have heard someone say that she'd been seen leaving the Enclave, but I do not know where she would have gone. If you meet her, you may want to ask her why she left. We do not force anyone to stay here, so do not think to take that route. Is there anything else, then? So you heard about them, did you? They've been harmless up till now. It is tragic that someone had to die before we took action. You have our leave to deal with the murdering Mandalorian raiders, should you encounter them.
May the Force be with you in your quest.
We have heard that there was a close confrontation between the Sandral and the Matali families by one of the southern estates earlier. We also heard that it was by your actions that direct conflict was avoided. It is good to hear that you have learned the lessons of the Jedi Order well enough to avoid conflict when necessary. You must not fail in your mission. Find the star maps that lead to the Star Forge. This is the only way to stop Malak and his Sith followers. You and Bastila are the galaxy's last desperate hope.
But beware that dark side. Bastila will guide you, but she herself is young and new to the ways of the Jedi. You must help her as much as she helps you.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Greetings, young Padawan. Have you come? As chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, you should ponder the history of Revan. May the Force be with you.
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
Takum just tak Mickey grabble mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tong haitwam chichi jumplumpa. Nita poet Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking Takum just tak Mickey grabble mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Ona kun bez ching palamu. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kun muchashak pakat. Kieno no nam. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Takumjus tak Mickey grabble moko. Kachichu itabo tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Ditapo e tikito. Dolpa da bongwaleo. Kachikun itaho donga. Wi itanandayata. Wata yuma runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez. Kachikun itaho donga. Ikinku bamu. Kachikun itaho donga. Ikinku bamu. Wi itanandayata. Wata yuma wama runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez. Kachikun itaho donga. Ikinku bamulerachi-kun. Slimo runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana wi itanandayata. Wata yuma wama Kachikun itaho donga. Kachikun itaho donga. Ikinku. Jedubadwana nidibo. Ikukuno no bamule. Chi gratulo da pogrash. Kachikun ita. Takum justa. Takum just. Ikukum. Runda di hodonga. Chi gratulo. Kachi. Takum just. Takum just tak Mickey grabble moko. Tolpa da bongwaleg. Takum.
I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along. I'm sorry, Padawan. I'm sorry, Padawan. I am unable to render...
Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolbi kikoi. Runda di hodong. Jedubadwana nidi. Kachikun itaho. Jedubadwana nidi. Much. Ikukum jedu Runda di hodonga kun hang.
They are the scum who could not stand defeat and fled the final battles. They do us no credit.
Jedu badwana ni di bobo. Dong na bunsh. Kachikun ita hodonga. Achuta. Runda di hodonga kun hanga.
Ujua Benki Kakichi wi ai Baba Hassan Kakinja Kakichi wi ai Baba Kakinja Chiwaka
Oh, this is
Let's make this quick.
Thank you for saving me, Master Jedi. I am grateful too. It was a That was not that bad, compared to what I had to endure back at my owner's. That would be one way of putting it. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her. She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people, and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds. I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me? But why? You're right. How could I be so selfish? I must not think only of myself, but of how it affects her. She must be frantic. And if she lost me, she'd be devastated. I must return then. It is my duty.
So, Bastila, I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who is serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet cat hound, but they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults? Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but No, I must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
What can I do? Yes?
Sure.
I heard another Republic fleet was one. Those damn Mandalorians have been raiding farms all over this continent. The Jedi won't do anything, so where does that leave us?
I fear it is only a matter of time before the Sith find us here, too.
Thank you for exacting my revenge on those Mandalorian beasts. If only I could have been the one to tear out Sharuk's heart.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had lost him. It's just so great to have him back. We're just gonna go right home, right now, and celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid? Don't worry. I'm gonna hug you and oil you and care for you and make sure you never, ever get away again.
Uchiwa Benki. Uchiwa I
You cannot win.